everyone, and welcome to Make Ours a Double podcast. I'm Lucy Jane.
And I'm Louise Marie. With our show, literally nothing is off the table.
We talk sex, divorce, motherhood,
And sisterhood,
but not forgetting friendships, relationships, hardships,
and even situationships. This gives us the platform to be real, authentic, and most importantly, raw. So expect lots of laughs, some tears, and a whole lot of love.
We hope you enjoy and just get involved.
Have you missed us? You better had.
Sick notes back.
I know, I'm back. We always said that nothing was going to stop us from ever doing a podcast. But
it did.
The illness stopped us. Yeah, so we are back, everybody, and this week we are back with a good one.
We are back with a vengeance.
Let me tell you that. Yeah, so we are back and ready to roll.
What's been going on? What's been going on
my
in
God.
your week of absence then?
Other than obviously being laid up.
Having that.
Well, all right. Well, you know, it's no surprise to anybody. Yes, I did have a sickness bug, but other than that,
The pompies.
What?
A pompey.
It literally, that whatever it was, went through my house like anything. That
Through your house or through your...
No, not through our house, but everybody. My mum, my dad, my sister. I literally got everybody. But we are back now. Everyone's fighting fit.
Good.
But so the week.
What's been a crack-a-lacking?
So I actually had a wedding to go to.
Nice.
In the week before I wasn't very well, and it was really good. So congratulations, Claire and Adam, on
Do they
your.
listen?
No, Claire doesn't actually listen. I mean, some friend. No, anyway, but yeah, the wedding was amazing. But I got to see all my old work lot that I used to work with, and they listened.
Nice.
They listened to the podcast. So there we were, all sitting at the table, and we were all chatting about the podcast, and it was quite good because I was getting some material because every couple that was there was married, but bar one actually.
Yeah.
So I was getting quite a lot of information, and I was like, oh, I could get this for the podcast. And
sorry to interrupt though, but don't you find when you're talking to people now, they say to you, this is what happens to me anyway, they'll say to me, oh, you're not going to use it on the podcast, are you?
I find it the opposite.
They're like, oh, I've just told you like my biggest secret, and now you're going to tell everybody.
I find it the opposite. Like, everyone was like, oh, well, this is what we do in our relationship. And I was like, let me just get my phone out. I'm gonna, you know. So anyway, but the funniest conversation come up. I think it was with these guys, or it must have been on another table that I was talking to. But whatever, the conversation came up, and now this, I mean, it's just the funniest thing because we're all thinking it.
Oh God,
all of us think it.
And then,
so it's all about like we're talking about when is the right time to let off or do a number two in front of somebody. Do you know what I mean? Obviously you're dating and you don't do it then, and I don't know, you know, you don't do it then, but I don't. But you know, but when is the right time to just to go for a number two and make it okay that you go for number two?
Let's explore that.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's the funniest conversation.
Is it ever okay to actually drop an air biscuit or the one cheek squeak or be the victim of a Dutch oven?
I'd like to know what an air biscuit is. What is that one that makes no sound? Silent but deadly. But this is what we was talking about, and it was so funny. And I do remember though. I've got to just tell you. So I do.
So childish.
I still laugh at it now. I don't care. I mean, if you can't laugh at that. Like, I mean...
We should probably set off a warning, actually, to our listeners.
Go on, you say the warning, go.
So, if you don't like talking about poos, farts, pop-offs, whatever you want to call them, this might not be the episode for you.
No.
However, if you want to giggle and you want a little bit of dirt...
Oh, yeah, and if you want to be real, come on,
then
it happens.
Come on, stay tuned with us.
Because I know you might not have told anybody these stories, but I definitely know each and every one of you is thinking it.
In these situations.
Of course.
Like dropping the first fart.
I know. But I've got to tell you, so this story always sticks with me. So I remember when I was dating my ex, we were just kind of dating. I think we may have been boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't really know, but it was very, very early on. Yeah. So early. And
everything's out to impress.
Everything's out to impress. And I didn't have any stomach issues then. I was completely normal.
They were the days.
I know, they were the days of eating normal. Crikey, bring them back. Anyway, so I was at his house, and this used to happen a lot. So I'd left his house, right? I left his house. And he was like, see you later. Yeah, bye.
Don't tell me you had a tummy full of air.
Smoochy, and then I go to the car. I get in the car and I'm like, oh my God, my stomach. Because we've all been there.
Oh, you've been holding it in.
You've been holding
it in.
And I'm like, I let it all out. I thought, oh my God, because I'm in the car.
Well, you're waving really instantly.
No. I was sitting in the car. Rookie mistake. Do it when you drive off.
Yeah.
He come out. He went, Louise. And I was like,
you had it under your window.
Oh my God. Like, he come running into the car. I was like, oh my God, you're right. I sort of opened my window. I thought, I cannot open the door. Open the door.
No.
He was like, you forgot, I think,
whatever,
a scarf or whatever. And I was like, oh, thank you, thanks. And sort of just opened the window a little bit, fed the whatever it was through. And I was like, okay. And I thought, oh my God, did he smell it?
Oh no! He did. He blatantly smelled it.
Oh well, we were together nearly 7 years, so it must have been all right. But yeah, so that sticks with me, that story, because we've all been there.
That's happened to everybody, hasn't it?
Everybody.
But is it? Everyone has different views on it. Like, group of girls that I know, they all do different things. So one of them, one couple. They fart in front of each other all the time. Don't see it as a big thing, but they'd never ever poo in front of each other. That's very personal.
But I don't understand that.
But another one of them, they would never let rip in front of the other. They'd find that so embarrassing. But they don't think anything of going and sitting on the toilet and having a poo while the other one's in the bath. But yeah, they won't fart.
I don't understand that. That's backwards, yeah. I mean, we all do it.
So
the Queen, has to go for a number 2 and all of that. But
she does indeed.
Yeah, but I don't.
The royal throne.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, for me personally, I mean, when I was in my long-term relationship, even then, I still was a bit like, I'd have to say, I've got a tummy, I need to let one go. Like, I wouldn't just go and let it rip. Do you know what I mean?
I just Louise lift her bum because she's done that.
I wouldn't. Me personally, I don't think I could do that.
And do you know what? I don't love it when a bloke sits there doing it.
No, I don't like that either.
Don't get me wrong. If you're out in the garden or if you're in the kitchen and you let one go, it's a bit funny and I don't just like it forced and just gross.
No, because I think to myself, like, especially in the early stages of getting to know someone,
go and do what you got to do.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not.
It can be quite a turn off in the early stages of getting to know someone. I think, can't it? Like when they're just like, and I'm like,
if I'm sitting there with a tummy ache, you can sit here with a tummy ache too.
Yeah. But I wouldn't just let it out.
No, I wouldn't just lift my bum up and just go, oh yes, like do a big fuck.
No. What about number 2?
Oh no. Well, obviously IBS. We are both IBS sufferers. In case you haven't clicked onto that yet.
Yeah.
And before I had IBS, that I don't think anybody had ever heard me fart, had ever heard me go for a poo. Nothing. I was so private. Then obviously IBS kicks in and it's like you just have to get on with it. Yeah. But I wouldn't ever make a big thing of it.
No.
To be fair, I can remember, it's so embarrassing.
Go on.
I can remember being around my ex's families for dinner, which is a very, very, very rare occasion.
Yeah. Probably any time you went, right?
And it wasn't like having dinner at my parents where you all just like go in, you have yourself in the fridge and it's just like chilled. It was like a dinner party kind of thing, and I just sat there and we'd been crabbing that day. So I think a bit of raw bacon or something had touched my hands and then in my mouth or something, I don't know. Yeah. And I sat there and dinner was getting stronger, the smells were getting stronger.
Oh my God.
And I thought, I really don't feel very well. I think I'm going to be sick. And then I thought,
it's the other end.
It's the other.
No.
It's the other. And you know when you feel your stomach actually shift and you feel it move?
Oh my God.
And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to just sit here. And I left it too long where I thought, I'm not going to make it.
No.
I'm not going to make it. What? And I had to just literally run up them stairs so fast.
Were you clenching your bum so tight?
Like, so tight. I can't even tell you. Like, I could barely lift a foot up the stairs because that would open my bum cheeks too much. Like, I was like,
so how did you feel doing that there?
Horrible, because it wasn't like, it never felt, I don't know. And then it's like, when is it okay then to poo at your boyfriend's parents' house.
Well, first of all, you've got to establish pooing in front of each other before you start, you know, bringing anything else into it.
And then I just made out I was sick. I was just like, oh, I've been really sick.
Yeah.
I just said, I've been so sick.
Oh my God. But the classic one, though, to kind of cover all of that, like, is everyone does it when you know, have somebody stay over and stuff like that. Everybody needs a number 2 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the shower and you do it.
Really embarrassing.
You do it at the same time you have a shower. Turn the shower on, so you have an extra. Do you not do that?
No.
What?
Never.
Well, obviously, I've given the game away now, haven't I?
Yeah, so give me the tips.
You turn on the shower. If you're laughing at this because you know you do it, right?
Yeah.
So you turn on the shower. You're like, I'm just going to go and get a shower.
Yeah, but then what if they
get your stuff?
Come in and have a shower with you?
Well, no, this is early stages of getting to know somebody, right?
That's when you're going to be having a shower together.
No, but what when you're staying over someone's? No one's having a shower with me when I'm staying over someone's just yet. Okay. Come on.
All right, maybe I'm too
come
easy.
on. Do you know what I mean? Because I need to be sorting all that out on my own first.
All right, yeah.
So anyway,
different rules.
So you'll have a shower on the second date, clearly.
Yeah.
Right. So So you go in, you turn on, you know, the shower and stuff, and then you go to the toilet at the same time as the shower's on, so they can't hear nothing.
I've done the old toilet roll trick,
and then
loo roll down the loo.
Yeah, I've done that. I do that as well. But yeah,
this is disgusting.
but my best friend is that poopery.
Oh yeah,
I take that everywhere with me.
We love that.
We love that. But that's the trick. What do you do then? Put the toilet roll, make a bed for it.
Make a bed and then poopery. Yeah, they're the 2 things I definitely have to go for.
Yeah, but everyone does it. Like everybody just does. But what's that funny story you're going to say?
Well, no, I'm going to leave that one. But it's too personal, Louise.
Oh my God!
But this is insane, right? So my friend, I can't name her. I just can't do it to her. She told me the last relationship she was in, she has got no limits. Like, she can't hold
Is that
her
not
farts.
worrying when you've got no limits?
She can't hold her farts and she will refuse to give herself a tummy ache. Like, first few
Good
dates.
for her, though.
First few dates she will.
That's what obviously. I'm saying, the first few dates.
But to her, once they are actually boyfriend and girlfriend, once they've said, do you know what? We're in this together. We're an item, whatever you want to call it. She said, do you know what? I'm just going to go for it because in a year's time, I'm not still going to be sitting here with a tummy ache.
That's fair.
So let's just do it.
That's fair.
It is really.
Yeah, it is fair.
But she goes extra. So they had a bath together and they had a competition to basically see who can make the biggest bubbles. I mean, that repulses me.
I don't like that. That's gross.
So you're sitting.
No
in their
way.
I sit.
And then you're going to wash your face with that water. It's contaminated. I'm not even. I kid you not. Even when I go to the toilet, right, in my own home or whatever, anyone comes around and goes to the toilet, I have an electric toothbrush, right? So I take my toothbrush head and I put it in.
You have to cover.
Yeah, I have this. I put it in water and I get them little tablets which you put in dentures, you know, them bacteria tablets, and I put my toothbruch head in that because there's poo particles around the bathroom. Like, no way, that's sick, man. Sick.
Can you remember when me, you, and Rogers went out? We ended up really ill the next day. Actually,
we did, didn't we?
Yeah. The actual chat up line that those guys used in I think we were in K-Bar, and they came over to us and they said,
we've got a good memory.
I was like, they were like, hi girls. We were just debating out of the 3 of you, which one of you farts the most.
Oh, do you remember that?
Do you remember that?
I can't remember.
And we were instantly like, yes, like, because we were just, you know, like,
rather than, you guys look nice tonight.
It was just funny. We were just laughing. And then we had that chat with them that we were like, yeah, when do you even do that?
Yeah.
Like, and it was just so funny.
How funny is that? I remember the guys, but I don't actually remember I don't remember the conversation. But I definitely remember the guys because
those dirty shots. That's what
it was them dirty shots. That was in K-Bar, wasn't it? Yeah. I know who them guys are now still because we sort of exchange the odd message on Instagram now, just like the friendly banter. So, but yeah.
It's funny,
how funny is that?
And that was their chat up line, was to talk about farts.
But there might be some girls out there that might have been like, oh, actually, like, I think that's disgusting. Like, come on, like.
But it's like, when do you do it? Like, so many girls will, when the guy leaves the bedroom to go to the toilet, they'll quickly do one under the cover and then flap it all.
Mistake.
I mean, that's
a mistake.
From experience.
No, what I'm saying is that's a mistake.
That
like, because that could linger in the air for so long, and then he might come back and go, oh, I forgot my...
Someone else... This is a great tip.
Go on.
This was one of the funniest tips I've ever been told, right? To pull your bum cheeks apart.
I've heard that. Who told me that?
And probably me.
Well, I mean, you told me that.
Probably me. So it comes out and goes...
Does it work?
I don't know. Can't possibly comment.
So somebody, that must have been you. If it's not you, somebody else has told me to do that. Yeah,
he was. But it's like all my friends will come. Like when I was with my ex, like I'd hate the thought of like sitting there farting in front of him and stuff. And we were together ages.
Yeah,
like don't get me wrong, if I had a tummy ache and had to do it,
yeah, of course.
And he'd always say like, oh, if you got a tummy ache, just
let it out.
Let it out, sort of thing. But like pretty much all my mates would come round my house, slob on the sofa, and they'd be farting like a farting battle, and I'd be like, hang on, I don't fart in front of him, but you do. Like it's so
funny.
Weird,
so funny. But but everyone has their own things on it, don't they? Like I've got a really funny story. So one of my friends, obviously I won't name her, but those that know will know and find it hilarious. That so she was dating this guy. They weren't even together, so they were dating. Obviously, they were sort of, sleeping together and stuff like that. You know, when you're kind of that stage where you're not kind of boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. And she's happily married and stuff now. But we were like, so what happened then? Like, was it all okay? And she was like, well, I don't really know. Like, he...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She's like, we were trying to get the motion together because, motion is so important, but that's a whole nother podcast. She was like, we were trying to get the motion together when they were kind of
having sex.
Yeah, having sex. And she was like, just as like they were trying to get the motion, she said, and then it was just going, and then he farted.
No.
And I was like,
during sex? He farted during sex. Now, come on, people. You must all have some...
So that story stuck with me we laugh about it now.
Well, do you know what, Louise?
What?
I wasn't going to mention it, right?
What? Go on.
But I think I might just have to up this a level.
Go on, let's go.
It's 2 words.
What?
Fanny fart.
No!
I mean, that's another level, isn't it?
I can't even... Well, I mean...
That's another level.
I thought you had a story for me. I was ready for a story.
No, but...
I was ready for you to be like, so guess what?
I mean, that's something you can't even control.
No, you can't even
So you can't even sit here and say, when's it okay to fanny fart? You could do that the first time you
sleep with someone. That's not even like... I mean, you could do
and
it on a hot day.
Guys out there, thank you to all of those nice men that just ignore it.
But I just... Yeah, I mean, that's... Oh God, that is just literally a whole nother conversation.
It's like a whole nother level of fun.
Because we're seeing if it's okay to even like do that around somebody, but we don't even get the choice. But, oh my God! But I've got so many stories on just loads of things like that. I remember I was dating this guy, right? And
not fanny fart.
No. And we were just kind of laying on my sofa or whatever. And he found something funny on the telly.
Oh, he didn't. While laughing? And you were dating?
Yeah, and I was quite repulsed by it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
I went...
It's funny when it's someone that you find... I don't know, it just, yeah.
Well, I fancied him so much. And then I just...
Ruined it.
Didn't?
Yeah, ruined it.
Isn't that strange?
That's horrible.
Isn't that strange? But I think... I don't know, when...
But to do it while you're having sex.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That, I mean...
And the fact they couldn't get the motion was a bit like, you should have stopped then.
Why couldn't they get the motion?
But yeah, I don't know. That was don't know.
Perhaps he had no rhythm.
Perhaps he had no rhythm because he was holding his stomach in.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah,
when is... I mean, come on, there must be some hilarious stories out there. When is the right time?
Yeah.
Is there a right time? Mm. Is there just some couples that, if you fart together, do you stay together?
Well,
is that how it is?
But I do know couples that still now go in separate I mean, they're married. These are the guys that I was talking to at the wedding. They're married, and they're like, no, I don't do anything in front of him. He doesn't do anything in front of me.
And I agree that for pooing, I'd think that's sick. If you go, I'm sorry, but if I was in the bath,
I wouldn't like that.
It's bad enough for your kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Like my kids come in all the time, but if a man, even dead, come in and do a poo, I'm sorry, that's a dumb
I wouldn't
deal.
like that. No, I wouldn't like that at all. I think there is that level of kind of respect.
If we only had one bathroom and I was in the bath and they had, a bad tummy, I would actually get out of the bath and say, no, use the loo.
Yeah.
Use the loo.
I think a lot of people say successful relationships happen when there's 2 bathrooms, his and hers bathrooms. And I actually think that is quite a good idea. So Mr. Right out there, we're going to be getting his and hers bathrooms.
That'd be nice,
because that's my toilet.
Yeah.
That's your toilet. You clean up yours.
Can we have 3? One for the kids too?
I'll clean up mine.
Because theirs are well messy. So.
That's true. Yeah. So
3 bathrooms.
3 cool. We're asking for a lot, aren't we, to have 3 bathrooms?
Well, most people have got it, haven't they? Yeah. Most people have got an ensuite, an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs toilet.
I've only got one toilet. You've only got one toilet.
Well, right, we're pushing a hard life here, Louise.
But then again, we are singletons, we're lucky we've even got that.
True. But, and even that, I mean, thank God the girls have potties as well, because one bathroom is not enough for 3 people.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
No, that's not, is it? And then obviously, I guess what do you do, like, when you do have somebody stay over and, and you've only got one bathroom, like...
Oh, I don't know. It's making me cringe though. The whole. But that's because me and you are quite private. Together, as mates, it's totally different.
It's totally different.
As being a woman, I find personally that should be kept private.
This is a question I got asked actually. I've just come to me. So somebody also asked me at the wedding. Obviously, we were talking about this all around the table, and somebody said, when you're in a long-term relationship, do you go to the toilet with the door open or the door closed? No, for a wee.
Open.
I said open.
Open.
Easy, open. I've got that question.
Yeah.
And then he went, what about a number 2?
Closed.
I said closed. Yeah, same.
100% closed.
Yeah, 100% closed. But I think his argument was, what's the difference? Because we're in the same position. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Wee is kind of a bit cute, isn't it? It's like...
Is it?
Well, it's not cute, but it's not poo, is it?
No, it's not poo. But yeah, so I got asked that question. So what is it for you guys? Do you go to the toilet with the door open for number 1 and close it for number 2?
Guys do, because can I just say, guys disappear into the toilet for about an hour.
Ages, don't they?
They have... I mean, how many times... With my ex, would he disappear? But he'd be like, "Where's he gone? He's down there. Like, what's he doing?"
Exactly. And then the music would go on.
And then
we know what he's doing.
Music's on in there, and the next minute he's got a beer in there, and he's having a little party in the bathroom. Well, I'm stuck out here.
Yeah. So I think, when
so door closed.
Yeah. When do you close the door? When do you open the?
Yeah, I'd say same for men. We with the door open, poo with the door closed.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I think you're right. But why? What takes them so long to go for number 2?
Because they see it's time out. That's what they relax in there. They play on their phones. Yeah, they play games.
Yeah.
Then they scroll through all those stupid videos on Facebook all the time or whatever. Yeah. Whereas like us women, we go in, do our business, come out. We don't spend time.
No, I don't need to spend. No, exactly. I don't need to spend time in the toilet. I've got things to do. Yeah. But things to do. But it is funny though.
This is literally potty talk.
It is funny that like there are guys out there that are like, and I know guys myself personally that are like, oh no, I don't want the girl I end up with to, let off. I don't want her to. Basically, they don't want to know
I think there's a happy balance,
that side of it. But at the end of the day, I don't know how you can sustain that for years. How can you sustain not doing that?
Do you know what I have to say? Obviously, half of my...
Do you take tablets for just not doing it?
Do you know what I mean? I used to work with. So I used to take charcoal tablets so that they didn't fart at work because they used to be really windy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, serious.
Cut out the dairy, mate.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Gluten.
Yeah.
No, I can say a lot of my relationships I never needed to worry because... I didn't have IBS.
No.
I could quite easily...
Yeah.
Hold myself and it just didn't even matter. It was never even an issue. IBS hits, different story.
Now,
if I was in a relationship with someone who couldn't be mature about that, and couldn't look after me. And like if we were around someone's house for dinner and I ate something that just didn't agree with me, he wouldn't think twice of taking the blame.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah.
He'd be like, don't worry about it. You know, you can't help being here, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, guys, I've got a stomach ache. You know, I think we're going to have to, you know, hit the track kind of thing.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, if you were with someone that was repulsed by that, that's actually an illness. Do you know what I mean?
But I wouldn't even be with that person because
there you go, then.
That's part of me. All my stomach issues, my intolerances, stuff I can't have and eat and what have you. That's part of me.
Poor you.
It's part of me. Like, I do find it so embarrassing. I've got to say, so embarrassing when, you know, I go on a date with someone and they're like, okay, shall we go for food? I don't really at the first hurdle want to say, actually, I'd rather not go for food. I just go, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but the sooner you do it and the sooner you drop in that...
I know, but then we get there and then I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, right, here I go. Right, excuse me, does this have so-and-so in it? Or can you tell me, is this cooked with this? Is it? And it's like, I'm not saying it to be fussy, believe me, I'm not. Because I'd love to sit here and say I had the burger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not one of those girls that eats a salad.
I don't have a salad to be like posh. I'd rather be tucking into them chicken wings, mate, and have sticky fingers. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather... But it can't happen like that.
I don't know how I avoided not saying anything there. Sticky fingers on a first date.
I
had to say it. I couldn't know.
I would be having sticky fingers on a first date. You joking?
No.
I was going to say.
He might have sticky fingers.
He might have sticky fingers. but yeah.
So rank today.
But so it's embarrassing. And so yeah, it's part of me. So whoever takes that on. And like you say, you need someone to be, it's very much under control, guys, but you need, you have flare-ups. You can't help the flare-ups.
I think men are as embarrassed though, aren't they?
I don't know.
Some are.
I don't know. Men are like, "Cool, that didn't agree with me." Do you know what I mean?
So
I'm like, oh, that what I had just really didn't agree with
proud.
me. And
big and
they're
louder.
Like, oh, that didn't agree with me. Oh, God. You know what I mean?
They are proud of a big fart.
Yeah, they are. And I'm, oh, God. And I get guys have to do that as well. But it's I don't know.
So what's the conclusion here? Like, when is it okay? What's the conclusion? What are we saying?
When is it okay? When is it okay? Good question.
I personally think, you know, once you're established, once you're in it and living together, because when
it's not an all the time
living
thing
together,
yeah,
you know, you
can't hide them things.
You have to just bask in the ambience, basically.
Basking in the ambience.
Exactly.
Basking in the ambience. This is what I'd like to know. How do you hide it when you're living with someone? What do you be like, I'm just going to go change the bed sheets and run upstairs and go, do you know what I mean? Like, what? How do you hide it? How do you hide it?
I just think, do it, but don't force it.
No, don't force it. Yeah,
so
don't force it.
You've got to go.
Yeah.
If you're in the kitchen washing up and...
Yeah.
I mean, that is fun. And
I'm laughing now because it is funny.
I laugh. I'm like, oh, little wind.
Yeah.
And
I need to let one go.
Like that is funny.
Yeah.
Like when you're sat together and they just pull their leg up.
I know.
That's
and you can be sat in a really cute position.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Sorry,
or you might be spooning in bed.
No,
that's horrible. I hate that.
That's the Dutch oven, isn't it? That's what they.
Is that what it's called?
That's the Dutch oven.
Yeah.
And they get the covers and pull them over your head.
No. Now that is enough to make me go from 0 to 100. And you can bet your money on it. You can bet your money on it. I'll be sleeping in the spare room.
No, he'll be sleeping in the spare room.
No, because I'm not basking in that ambience. I'm not basking in that ambience.
I can't go on.
So yeah, needless to say, I'll be getting up and I'll be moving because I don't want that.
Isn't that like White Chicks, that film?
Yeah, that's what it's from. And basking in the ambience. Yeah, because
and he does that massive part, don't he? To try and put him off.
Yeah. And then he does it.
Oh,
yeah, that is funny. It's such a good film, that is. White Chicks.
Just watch it after this podcast.
Such a good film.
Well, Louise, I think ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been funny.
What a funny one, guys. So it's been so good to be back.
So much.
But I'd actually like to hear some feedback, so I'm going to drop some things on the old Insta.
Just going to drop one.
Oh God, don't
drop one. You've done that all week, didn't you, dear?
Oh God, yeah. I'm finally calm now.
I have to say, it's really, really like concave. Her stomach is
I tell you what, it's good for the old weight loss if you want it.
Oh my God. No, we'd rather be well fit. No, and healthy.
I'm back to the top. I'm back to being fit and healthy. But it's been a funny one. I did miss it. I
missed you. Yeah. I missed you. I had to send her home early. Everybody, like, She was round here. She dragged herself here.
I did.
To, you know, plough through, and we were going to just perk her up and get it done. And I looked at her, she looked grey.
I did.
She had a hot water bottle on.
And Michelle said I looked like Incredible Hulk. I said, what, you saying I look green? She went, yeah, you do.
You did.
Your lips are grey.
Yeah, they were grey.
Weren't they?
Well, we posted a picture.
We did.
Everybody saw.
Yeah. Well, I did like sort of swipe to a filter because I thought I'd better make myself look like
I've got some
colour.
when you drove off my drive, you couldn't even see your steering wheel. I mean,
no, I know.
Something that should have been like a 2.10 to go about 8 points.
I know. And I'm a really good driver normally. But on my way home, I thought, I'm going to be sick.
You were?
I thought, no, I wasn't. I thought, I'm going to be sick. And I thought, I do not want to be pulling over. I'm being sick.
Can I just say, if anyone's driving to work on a Monday morning listening to this and hasn't had their morning poo, they're going to be touching
Unlucky.
right now.
Unlucky Kentucky. So on that note, guys, we will be back next week.
See you later.
I want to be here.
Bye.